this is a quick video to show you various aspects of Joyned. So if we were to assume that you're a church or you're an organization, a church organization, let's say that you have a new person coming on a Sunday. On my screen, you can see that on the one side, it's the admin site for Joyned, and the other screen is my phone, which I've attached to my computer, so you can see it. Let's say you're using the example that we often talk about. The 11 a.m. service is kind of like that open group that a new person coming to the church will go to. They can. We often talk about there being a space where you have a code that is available for people to scan. So with my phone, I'm going to go and scan this code to then open a page where the user can download the app from the App Store or the Play Store. Once they've done that, they can click the code and they can accept the terms and conditions. Click to turn on notifications. And as you can see, there right in front of me is the 11 a.m. service. Now, this is an open group. So this is the sort of group that anyone can join. So this is the sort of group that you would make available to anyone that comes to your church, people that you don't mind sharing the information that is on it. Now, let's say that this person has been at your church for a while, or your organisation for a while, and they want to get involved a little bit deeper into the organisation. Now, let's say they want to serve on a Sunday, so they can click on the invitation link within this group, which is, if we go back to the details for the Sunday serving team, you can see that this is an invitation-only group in the invitation-only community where people can have a chat, they can react, and they can comment. So this is the sort of group that where people have a relationship, they know all the things that you're into, and they've already sold into the vision. So if I click again on Google Lens and I scan this code, you see a similar screen, but you can see it's join the Sunday serving team. I open Joyned, and this is where it asks me to fill out my details. So I add my name, and this is where I'd have to add in my email address. Update. Now this, as it says, it will send me an email which I need to go and validate my email address. So I'm going to quickly go to my emails, click on Joyned, click on the email, and kind of similar to the other page, I click into Joyned, and as you can see in there, I'm now part of the Sunday serving team. Within this Sunday serving team, I can go through, I can chat, I can see all the different messages that are available. I can interact with other members. I'm going to continue with another type of group, and that's the super community. With a super community, you can think of it as like a community that can send messages to multiple communities. So in my admin screen on the left here, you can see that the worship team is a super community. And then you can see in the relationship column, you can see that it's children, so the groups that you can send to is musicians and singers. On the right-hand side, you can see my screen of my phone that is I'm sharing to my computer. If I go through to the web app, clicking on the bottom left-hand side, and go to the worship team page, you can see, because I'm an admin on this page, I can go and send messages. So if I want to create a post, please make sure you can come. So what this is going to send out the message to to the whole team, every single member of the groups that are under that specific super community. So I'm going to preview that and then send. And as you can see, under the musicians team there, you can see that that message has come through. So I sent it from worship team, the super community, and that message went into the musicians group. So one of the key points about Joyned is that it is completely GDPR compliant, and it has various safeguarding features. One thing that we do at Joyned is that we don't share any details. We only share the details that are important to being able to have a conversation. So within the chat groups, the only thing that you can see of that user is the profile picture, if they choose to share one, and their name. At no point can you see, as a member of this group, can you see the user's email address, which is the other details that we take when they join these groups. And you can't start a direct message with them. So unlike other chat platforms where you can, if you're in a group, open group, you can't go in. You can go in and you can take their details. You can set up a private chat with them. You can't do that within Joyned, because of the way that we don't share any of those details. With that same thing in mind, if you have any issues where someone in one of these open groups has sent a message that is inappropriate for that group, you can ask us at any point for the information on those groups. So we don't own the data at Joyned. So you, as the organization, own that data. So we just facilitate the data for you. So we make sure that you get access to your data. So if there is a safeguarding issue or some kind of complaint that you need to follow up, you just contact us and we will give you all the data that you need. Also, similarly, if there's a message that's gone out on the group you feel is inappropriate, you can go as that user, you can go into that group, that particular message, and you can report that message. So you can go on here and you can report the post to the administrator, or you can block the user, and that escalates the issue further. So you won't see messages come through from that person. You can take that further following your safeguarding policy. One thing we find is a really great thing for a lot of churches is that we at Joyned, we've created integrations with platforms like Planning Center and Church Suite. So you can make use of all the benefits of those platforms whilst still harnessing the strong communication features of Joyned. So a way that you can use that is within areas. So we often call this like a permissions area. So where you've delegated the permissions to a specific user or administrator in your organization. So if I click on the home groups area, you can see that there's already a community that's been built in here. If I click on integrations, you'll see there's currently no integrations. If I add the community, if I add a integration, you can see here that you can have access to the Planning Center groups and the Church Suite small groups. Now, this is a really powerful feature in that you can, once you have set this up, you can have the groups, the home groups that you've already set up within Church Suite or Planning Center, you can have them syncing directly into Joyned. And also you can add users from Joyned who aren't in Church Suite or Planning Center yet. You can add them in to say your Church Suite small group, and that will create a pending user within Church Suite. So you can still use all the amazing features of Church Suite in regards to utilizing the details of your members, being able to store it so you can contact them and you can pass to them well. So within Joyned, we have the thing called the Community Finder. I often refer to this as the shop window of your church. They can go into the thing called the Community Finder. So at the top of the page where you can see the plus, You can click on that, and that takes you through to see find a home group, join the team, directions to the church. So you can see that you can share key links that you think are important for the people at your church. So another example of a link that you could add in there is update your church suite profiles. Within there as well, you can see the different areas, communities that you have available to your members, the open communities. So you can see currently on there's a men's ministry, a women's ministry, young adults, and there's a Bible reading plan. If you look across onto the admin screen, and if I want to add a community to the community finder, I can click on the plus button, and let's say I want to add the social justice group onto there. So you can see now that is on there, it's saved. If I click out on my phone, if I click out and then go back to the community finder, now you can see that there's a social justice tab that's been added to the communities at the bottom there.